Hey everybody, this is Lewis Speaks 2020, and today I want to talk to you all about spirit breakers. There exist people in your life right now who try and break your spirit, and they do so in subtle ways by these slight comments and these kind of offhanded comments that make you wonder whether or not that they're friends or whether or not that they really love you. And they do this to try to undermine your confidence. They do this to try to plant seeds of self doubt within you because if you doubt yourself, then you begin to search and look around at someone else for validation as to who you are. This is why it is so important to know who you are. You have to know who you are because if you don't know who you are, you will believe what other people tell you about yourself. And not everybody has your best interest at heart. A lot of people want control. They can't control their own lives, so what they try to do is control yours. By being able to control your life, it makes them feel safe. It makes them feel good about themselves. It increases their self-esteem at your expense. And I realize that these spirit breakers oftentimes are narcissists who try to gaslight you and try to deny your reality. They utilize various manipulation tactics. They try to always flip the script and blame you, shift the blame onto you, project their own feelings of insecurity and inadequacy onto you. And you have to be aware of this. You have to be aware of this. And you have to really, really know who you are and have a strong sense of identity. Oftentimes people are susceptible to manipulation because they don't know who they are. They continue to search in different people for their identity, and as a result, they end up feeling lost, confused, and unsure. And when you are unsure, you become a target for a narcissist. You become a target for a toxic personality. And this is why it's really, really important to identify all the spirit breakers in your life. And this can include friends, relatives, family. This can include co-workers. You have to identify. And to be honest, I was shocked that it can include your family because I never thought that people who claim to support you would try and hurt you. But usually those are the ones who are the first ones to do it. Sometimes your family can be the first ones you got to watch out for. And the reason for this is that they're so close you would never suspect them. But certain family members, they have a lot of toxic, unhealed traumas that they're dealing with. And that makes them project that out onto others in an effort to try to negotiate and manage it. So you have to be very aware. It's like the scripture, Matthew 10:36. It says, your enemies will be members of your household. Proverbs 18:24. There exists people who are predisposed to breaking you to pieces. So you have to be really aware of family members who try and criticize and cut your throat under the pretext of offering you helpful advice. Because sometimes this advice is not loving, just a cheap ploy to control you and also get their own narcissistic needs met. So you just got to be really aware. I always say check the source. For one, check the source, check God. That's for one. If it's not alignment with what God, if it's not in alignment with what God says or wants for your life, chances are throw it away. Also check the source, check the person that it's coming from. Who is this person? Is this person a toxic personality? Do they really have my best interests at heart? What have they shown me to let me know that they have my best interests at heart? How have they demonstrated this in my life? So you really have to start asking yourself those questions and assessing who these people in your life are. And that's the first step. Identify all the spirit breakers in your life, the ones who you have questions about. Because I always say this, if you ever have to question someone, you already have your answer. You already have your answer. If a person is like, you're like, they said something offhand, some offhand comment. Wait a minute, that ain't set right with my spirit. Why? And it didn't set right because something about that was cruel. It was covertly aggressive. And a lot of people are passive aggressive. They will not come out directly and attack you, but they'll use these slight jabs to try to, undermine your confidence. So you got to be really aware. So that's identifying. Once you identify, okay, now you have to begin removing people. You have to get them out of your life because it's clear that a lot of people are not ready for the love that you have to offer. So you have to definitely get rid of these toxic personalities. So I say this with love. Please do not let anyone break your spirit. You are on purpose. You are here for a reason and a purpose. So I encourage you to identify that purpose and begin to live in alignment with that purpose. And that includes getting rid of all those who try to undermine your joy, your zeal, and your confidence. This is Lewis Speaks 2020, wishing everybody a happy year.